Enshrined into the Hall of Fame is hardly thought of when someone starts a career, but Chad Pline introduces us to two people in our Ozarks life who have added that onto their resume.
If you're ever on the lake in Ridgedale, over the blustering of a boat, you might be serenaded by a saxophone. At the age of 85, Charlie Chalmers records and emails his sax playing to music producers to complete albums all over the world.
I fell in love with it in the high school band.
And by the age of 19, Charlie was on tour with Jerry Lee Lewis.
I think I'm the only saxophone player he ever had.
And that led the Memphis native into recording some of the biggest hits in the late 60s and early 70s.
Here are some awards that I was gifted with. Chain of Fools on Aretha. And then there's Respect, Mustang Sally, which was Wilson Pickett. And then did Let's Stay Together on Al Green.
And for that song, Al Green's producer needed some sweet background singers, and Charlie knew where to look.
Let's stay together.
Sandy and Donna Rhodes, then known as the Lonesome Rhodes, already had a country album out. Their father, Dusty Rhodes, grew up between West Plains and Mammoth Spring and gained fame with his siblings, eventually launching a country music TV show in Memphis.
A weekly Saturday TV show for 27 years. So we grew up on television. Yeah.
By the time the sisters sang Let's Stay Together in 1971, they had already done some background work.
Neil Diamond, Sweet Caroline. Yeah, we'll be driving down the road in the car and we'll hear something like the Etta James thing. We turned up and said, that sounds like us. And we cranked it up and said, that is us. Take me to the river.
Despite the Rhodes sisters being on the Al Green song, something was still missing. So Charlie stepped in and provided a third part for the harmony.
That started a new career for us. It was just unreal.
It didn't take but about a year or so, and once they released Let's Stay Together, it was like,
yeah,
you know.
From singing to writing, the trio then became known as Rhodes Chalmers Rhodes.
Baby, baby, don't get hooked on me. And that was one of the first huge records that we sang on together.
In the mid-70s, the trio performed with Paul Anka in Vegas, and while there, recorded with Frank Sinatra. By the late 70s, they sang backup for the Bee Gees and produced their own album called Scandal. In 1982, yet another genre accomplishment, as Sandy and Charlie, along with Brenda Barnett from the Ozarks, had success in country music, writing Conway Twitty's The Clown, which was #1 on the country charts.
Then Mel Tillis called and said, I got a theater in Branson, Missouri. I wonder if you and the girls would be interested in doing the show with me.
And that's how Charlie wound up in Ridgedale and Sandy just down the road along the Spring River in Hardy, Arkansas. But in September, along with Donna, they were back where it all started, inducted into the Memphis Music Hall of Fame.
We had a great time down there in Memphis. We saw some of our old buddies that we hadn't seen in a long time.
It was awesome.
It's such an honor. I don't know what's left.
That's just a sample of the amazing talent you can find in our own backyard. With an Ozarks Life in Ridgedale, Chad Pline, KY3 News.
Well, Charlie still records. Sandy and Donna perform together and still write music. Donna also tours the world with paying tribute to Elvis Presley. She was on Elvis's hits In the Ghetto, Kentucky Rain, and Suspicious Minds.